caught me and I started talking to her, thinking it was the one I needed to talk to. I think it was the other one. Played a little prank on the guards, saying that I was actually the instructor that was supposed to come. She found it quite entertaining. Let's see here. I think this is the front door. Yes, it is. Can I go upstairs? I can. Just looting about. Taking everything that's not nailed down that might be useful. There's only one bedroom in the place, though. That's kind of odd, considering there are 2 daughters and an emissary housed in the place. But, not my problem. Alright, so out the front door I go. And it is becoming morning. Silly cats. So I believe that was all of the people I needed to talk to, so I need to go back to the Rosemary and Thyme. I think this time I'm going to travel down, looks like this main road, get back to Hierarch Square. Oh, I thought I looked at that notice board. I'm actually going to go this way. Ah. This place, if I remember correctly, is a brothel. And, of course, a very high-class one as well.
Take care of the coppers.
Because it's a wealthy brothel in... or it's a brothel in the wealthy portion of town. That caters to pretty much all tastes. I believe they have male courtesans as well. I believe downstairs is actually where the proprietor of the place is. So, like in our world, people do business in strip joints for some reason. Oh yes. So I believe... Yep. So they do have males. Oh! You two just disappeared in front of my eyes. That was creepy.
Will we receive any restitution for our investment in Temeria, now lost? Damn it, I don't know.
What is all?
Cursed enchanters. Thought things couldn't get any worse.
No, don't put that out. I want... Thought there was the mistress of the house.
You look fucking amazing.
Oh, there she is.
White Wolf, welcome to the Passiflora. Oh, no sign of recognition in your eyes.
Greetings,
Don't fret. I'm sure I look quite different from when we last saw each other.
which was...
Oh, eons ago. You and Master Dandelion appeared, 2 halflings in tow. What a smash they were, the little chaps. We recount that night to this day.
So the, staff hasn't changed since then?
Oh, of course it has. It does so incessantly in this business. Burly Berthy married a merchant. Ella struck out on her own. And you'll likely find Cerise praying at the temple. I alone remain. So, shall I summon the girls? Just remember, this is a decent establishment. Pause to yourself to start with. And our girls are well-mannered. The range of subjects they discuss in detail, I myself find it daunting.
See them first. You sell something.
I'd just like to buy something.
Ah, you've Gwent cards. And food. A banana. For 12 crowns apiece. Yeah, food is not cheap in this game. That's 56 crowns apiece for exquisite honey. Oh, it is better than the normal honey. I'll give it that. But I have no intention of actually buying food. And I don't think I shall partake in the prostitutes.
Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
So, found the local brothel, or the rich brothel. Ah, the bridge. So this is very large, and you can only imagine Bridge of London inspired bridge, as it's fully covered and has businesses on it as well, and massive. But it does give you a nice good look out at the rest of the city. Love the fact that, yes, this is the city. You can go there. And you can go to pretty much every place you can see inside of it. Can't go into all of the buildings, but that's to be more expected than anything else. Ah, this was the main road I wanted, I believe. Was it? Yes, it was. Brilliant. Just walk down the main road. This one is paved and has braziers to the eternal fire on it. It's a shop. Oh, this is a... What are you? As a result of an incident of a racial nature, Perversa Skutterbach has moved his shop to Mahakaman. We invite all our local customers to visit us on Mount Carbon. Yeah, so I'm assuming this was a dwarven-run shop, and it was, yeah, racial tensions flared, and he felt he had to leave. There was a business about. Oh, it's a barber as well. Yeah, well. I'm not gonna show a child a sword. Just not what I'm going to do. It's another area open up to a temple to the eternal fire. Oh no, this is just a gazebo. Never mind. Interesting. Ah, we'll get to this portion later. I believe I just need to go down here. Return to the Hierarch Square. Just exploring the streets of Novigrad. Ah, here is the ghastly sight of... Ah, they still haven't taken them down. It's disgusting. But I believe the notice board had something new in it. But announcements, festival, portrait artist, beware, swindlers, weights, measures, haunted house, and cheating merchant. No.
And how?
To all upstanding residents of Novgorod, hark the words and warning of a loyal fellow townsman. Do now business with the black god de Jonghir. Though his line is held in high esteem and considered honorable, he himself is a swine and a cheat. Sold me a residence at a most attractive price, knowing all the while the house was haunted. There can be no thought of inhabiting it, for an evil spirit torments all who set foot therein. But now the ghost contents itself with rattling and prankings, but who knows what foul deeds it will turn to in time. Let then anyone with half a bit of wit stay away from said home and never make a deal of any sorts with this defrauding Dijon here. That's a reference to the haunted house. Or is it a different one? Oh, visit the haunted house again. Interesting. So it is a reference to the so-called haunted house that had a godling residing within it. That was where we found the dreamer. She was trying to get the spirit out of the place, but was not a spirit, but a godling playing pranks on people that liked it to be alone. We'll just visit that haunted house once more, as it should be this one right here. I find it interesting that we can visit it once more.
Ow, don't pull!
Well, you wanted braids.
No.
I didn't want my hair pulled.
Can't have one without the other.
Then I don't want them.
It looks like you two are getting along famously. Oh, so it's the dreamer.
Witcher. Kareen, look who's come.
Live here together now? Didn't know.
Once you told me Sarah had been responsible for my nightmares, I decided to see if the devil's as scary as they paint him. Or her. I came in to find not a fiend, but our little Sarah. And I can't say why, but we took a liking to one another immediately.
Long ago, to isolate themselves from a world of beasts, humans began building cities. But since beasts prowl within stone walls as well as they do outside them, this did not allay human fears. The truth is, walls guarantee no one's safety. The place where you lock yourself in and lock all else out, that's not your home. Your home is sometimes a place you travel long and far to find.
Yeah, so it's an update to a decision I could have made. I had the option to kick her out, but that seemed incredibly cruel. So now these two live here together. And Sarah is perfectly safe to live here forever, considering it's deemed irreversibly haunted. Thanks to a known and well-respected Witcher's statement as such. Thus, Geralt. Again, did have the option to actually kick her out, but why? It's just a cuddling. They're little pranksters. And we have interacted with one before named Johnny.
Howling.
Looks like the winds are kicking up once more and a storm is brewing. Ah, but our actual quest. That's right, we must talk to Zoltan again. Which is actually back the way we came. And across... No, that's a gate. Yes, it is down this way. Across this bridge, across the river, and to the Rosentine once more. Which is right here. I believe Zoltan might actually have it a little bit cleaned up again. He does!
Monsieur Sultan, you old bird. What's this? Haven't even drunk her water? Naughty bird. Now repeat. Savoury crackers.
So, this bird will become more important later, but talk to Zoltan.
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
An owl and not a parrot. Where'd you get her from?
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up. Put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Could they? 'Tweren't possible. Ah, but dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
You first.
Tell me what you've got first.
A few bruises and a torn doublet. Otherwise, no much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. He'd not seen hide nor hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines of dubious worth.
So, Jackal.
Think I might have something better.
What are you waiting for? Let's have at it.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who is Priscilla, and why wasn't she on the list?
Why wasn't she on the list?
Miss Priscilla wasn't like the others. I think Dandelion more than fancied her. I think it was fervour.
He lusts after every other woman he meets.
How can I explain? Who does Dandelion love most?
Himself.
Self.
Exactly. And she's his mirror image.
So he has actually fallen in love, it seems.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
That green little band around the owl's ankle that becomes all the important note. If there's more to loot. Letter from a female admirer. Don't care. Mostly here for the water. Should be a little bit more. Don't know if I'll actually just sell off the alcohol. But Kingfisher. Don't remember exactly where that is. Oh, it looks like it's a keep off Hierarch Square.
Yeah.
Oh, now I remember where it is. Spent a lot of time in Novgorod. It's a lot to do here. A lot to explore. So, if I remember correctly, Hierarch Square is here, but it's not actually on Hierarch Square. It's off of it. So, it's not actually going to be up this road. Oh, or is it this? I didn't know it had an actual entrance on Hierarch Square. That it does. Fascinating. I didn't know about that entrance. So I know about this one. I spent a long time looking for it. Then again, this is just an alley. Guess that would be the side entrance.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
So, innkeep.
Don't touch me.
Kingfisher. Where do you get the name?
Master Dandelion's poetry. The Kingfisher preened, then fell in the latrine. Know it?
Yeah. Also know the one about Princess Annie, who drowned in the River Fanny.
Yes. At any rate, the Kingfisher welcomes poetry lovers with open arms. Some of the brightest stars in the literary firmament perform here.
Show me what you got. Pretty sure it's
What
just
do
going
you
to be
serve
food,
today?
but... Oh, more Gwent cards. Ah, for the Scoia'tael faction. But again, not really interested in the Gwent game in this one.
See you later.
Definitely, again, in much more detail in the actual game that they have made. Am I supposed to wait for a certain time? Meet Zoltan in after sundown. That would be it. So, just going to meditate for just a little bit. Pass the time. I don't know if I need to refresh. Nope, nope, I don't. I haven't used anything that needs Alcahest. Okay, Zoltan is here now. Brilliant. So, I'm actually going to be quiet so we can just enjoy this wonderful moment. It is a quite good performance.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone. Amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Simple ballad about Yennefer.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere. Squabbles and rows again! And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come.
And hearing the name Geralt,
I wish to listen to music.
she knows who he is.
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
She is the innkeeper from White Orchard. The one I saved.
Permits me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Ah, yeah. Seems Dandelion left nothing out.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story. down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven. Who's breaking into a vault? Who's Reuven?
Reuven. What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
I know who he is. So I remember who he is would be more important. I'll just let that go in the story later. We'll meet him and we'll reminisce. Breaking into a vault.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his way into Passiflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Yep. She doesn't own Dandelion. He is a womanizer after all.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least they didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Forgot about Siggy. So. Looks like I have to rescue Dandelion. Again.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
That building I mentioned that we'd go back to.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Well, I've got bugger all to do here. Heading back to the Rosemary. Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own. Take care now.
That's true, he has done that before as well. Like, where are you? And then he just wanders home. Yeah. Faltus died. People thought I killed him. Don't care. So, that building I mentioned we'd be going back to. Apparently I'm going back to it a little bit sooner than I thought. 'Cause it was a bathhouse. And, I can't remember his actual name. Siggy Reuven is not his real name. But then again, he's probably had to change it a number of times.
There? Open up.
Might also be after hours.